package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the gun, Bridgewater. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
The 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Bridgewater again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of 21.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Giants, 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 33 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards of 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards.
Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends.
38-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was taken down at the.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 22, Jones. Smith catches left side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
He's a 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
To throw is Bridgewater. Buying time to his... And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
36-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He'll give this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Bridgewater's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
1-yard line.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
By the Giants.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
To number 87,
Sterling Shepard. There to make the grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Giants 21, Panthers 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
David Mayo brought him down. That's a gain of 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by...
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
To kick off for Carolina.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Rolling to his right. That's caught by Penny. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Gain of 9 yards.
First down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
First down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
On second down, McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers.
Kickoff for Carolina.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. Rolling to his left. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And they'll get this down to the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
To
Ian Thomas there to make the grab. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and...
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
With the score, Panthers 7, Giants nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey.
Oh, that's the way to
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
A loss of 1 on the play makes it 3rd and 17.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Joey Sly lining up for the
Part of what we just saw.
And all he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Complete to Golden Tate. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 34. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Jones on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Play on the keeper. Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. Let's take a quick peek ahead, Charles, to Week 8 as we near the halfway point of the season already. For the Steelers, I'm looking at them, and it's kind of out of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Panthers 20, Giants 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the side.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Can't be denied, boy.
Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones throwing the out route and complete. That's Tate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Bridgewater to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
35. Giants 7. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
57's Mike.
From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57's Mike. 57's Mike. Pick it up.
Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 62 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Giants. Graham Gano.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action. Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson.
Carolina.
88 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up the return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to Saquon.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And the lead is down to 20.
Kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 41, Giants 21. Graham Gano set to kick.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
At the 32-yard line.
Jones now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there, and second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Elijah Penny taking it in. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
He's brought down.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Jones on 1st and 10. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 15-yard line.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Giants 36.
And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
after the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Panthers 48.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Cause I ain't liking nothing. Yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. It's going to be interesting to see how Le'Veon Bell fits in with his KC offense. You remember he was let go by the Jets October 13th, hooked up with the Chiefs a few days later. And that stint in New York did not go as planned. Just 3.3 yards per carry with the Jets. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Dalvin Tomlinson.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps. Held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
David Mayo brought
They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Le'Veon Bell.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Bell. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Logan Ryan.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And a first down, Chiefs.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
He seals Jones.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
The score, Chiefs 7, Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Their 49-yard line.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Brings up second.
With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mahomes now to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. On first down, Bell, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mahomes, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ben Neiman on
and they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Check. Mike 56.
Throwing Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 32 on the play.
But so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now it's Penny, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that, because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offense.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big run that time by Bell. 56 yards. On the ground.
And a first down, Chiefs.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second. 3 tight ends out there, jumbo set. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Harrison taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. There goes Sterling Shepard. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 72 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game at 21 apiece. Graham Gano set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd down.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
On the carry.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Logan Ryan.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
16 yards, a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And some room to work. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Short of the goal.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's a 39-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Today's final score, Chiefs.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Giants. And we are underway in Buffalo. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 33 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The Giants ball carrier.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
The tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, Jones buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A first down carry for Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And down down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
9-yard line.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 26, Devin Singletary, the ball carrier. Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle.
6-0 our score after 1.
The first quarter with the score Bills 6, Giants nothing.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. They'll run on first down with Moss.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with a defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
New York.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. And with that incompletion, want to remind you, inspired by ongoing conversations with players, the NFL launched NFL Votes to empower and improve our communities through exercising the right to vote. Join the NFL family by making your game plan today and making your voice heard this November. Visit NFL.com/votes to learn more.
Brandon, I've already voted. One of the great honors of being an American citizen is the right to vote.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Jones now throwing on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
To Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, 32 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bills 13, Giants 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. As the 1st half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
Point conversion.
So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Jones back to the air on second down. Looking for Shepard deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier. David Mayo brought him down.
They'll go again here with Moss. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Zach Moss. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run with Moss. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up third down.
Kill, kill, kill.
Right back to Moss. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen going deep for Diggs. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dancing to his left. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Bills 21, Giants 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.